These are things that I believe to be true. I seen a video of Mr. Sotomayor. It's one of the saddest things I saw. A room full of folks, so-called black folks, gathered together in order to support one another, a unity rally. Mr. Sotomayor shows up to this rally, and it appears as though it was a pre-planned setup in order to physically cause him injuries. I myself like a lot of things that Mr. Sotomayor has to say. There are manners in which he said are somewhat gruff, but I believe that Mr. Sotomayor has a right to say the things he says, just as any other shock jock that is out there. But I never heard of any of these so-called shock jocks or radio announcers, in this case, a video announcer, Mr. Sotomayor. To do something like that really shows the great amount our people, the so-called black people, have for one another. I like to believe that this is not the majority of us. There are many of us now becoming awakened to various different events, actions, world events, war, and rumor of wars. In order for us to understand one another and also to understand the turmoil which is greater than we have ever seen before, even though our ancestors came out of so-called slavery into what is now known as servitude. The majority of us are in service industry, those of us that do work. But in order to understand what happened to Mr. Sotomayor is to understand the whole race. To me, what was done to him was done by a effeminate simp. It was blatantly a feminine simp. Excuse me. Blatantly a feminine simp move. Prearranged, pre-planned, set up in order to get more views on these channels. I do believe, and I have seen, these are things I know to be true. It appears that Mr. Sotomayor is choosing to use the people's voice. He is letting their full video commentary run, which I think is just ingenious and logical. Just tripping.